What's going on, guys? Welcome to What Are You Doing? So yesterday, so yesterday, wifey and I, we had a little discussion yesterday, and I asked her, I pretty much asked her, first I said, I'm starting to really notice a lot of women, and I don't know if all of these women are single, but the fact that a lot of women uh walking around with dogs. So, and like I said to her, I said basically, look, I do understand some women, well, it all came from needing the need of a man. Does a woman actually need a man? So we was talking about the dog thing, and I told her, well, I'm starting to see a lot of females just walking around with dogs, and I mean, apartment complexes that I pass up, you see women walking dogs. At one point in my life, earlier, probably 20 years, 25 years earlier, you most of the people you see walking dogs was men. Okay, so this is not this is just something I asked her to give me her opinion of. And so we was talking about it, and I said, it's really becoming one of those things, and I don't know, is the dog replacing the man? So that's how the discussion actually started. Is the dog replacing a man in a single woman? Now, I'm not talking about women with children. You have women with children, I do understand that may be the kids' dogs. I don't know. It may be her dog. But it's okay because if you're married, you're married. But if you're not married, this is the thing that I was saying that, okay, you have a dog, and, if you're sitting in a house by yourself, and all you do is work, and I'm talking about the woman, all you do is work, you know, wh- you know, and you don't need a man. I mean, does the dog actually replace does the dog actually replace that relationship that you would have with a man? Because, in my opinion, it can't. There's no way it can't. She said, well, it's just that women love animals. Okay, maybe they just love animals. I get it. I love animals too. But that don't mean I want to spend the rest of my life with an animal. If we have an animal, that's one thing, but um, if I'm alone, then no, I don't need. I'm not gonna get an animal and say, you know what, screw it. I'm not worried about everything else. I'm gonna just live the rest of my life this way. So the question that I was asking: are the dogs replacing men? Because if okay, let me ask this question: is it that maybe uh some women some women don't want a man to lead them? I mean, is it that hard, or is it that um restricting to have a man that's there to do some of the things that naturally women don't do? Um, and she actually said that women, and I told her she is 100% a word jujitsu master. And I'm saying that, and I told her yesterday, I said, man, I really wish I could have heard a conversation between, and I know this is bad, a conversation between you and Kevin Samuels, because I said, man, he'll rip you to shreds. And she said no. She said the only way he'll do that, because she said she noticed he always cut people off and then he'll mute you so you can't keep talking. But I told her, I said, I said you are really she's really good with words, guys. I'm gonna tell you, and I told her you should have been a lawyer, because she can make you the conversation you're having with her you'll end up looking at yourself thinking, well, was I wrong? I mean, she's really that good with these conversations. But here's the thing: the one thing that she won't concede to is, when I question her on something, she she'll always find she'll always find a route out of that conversation. Well, not out of the conversation, but just kind of redirecting it. And so one of the questions I asked yesterday was, we was talking about needing of man. I know I'm kind of talking about two different things, the dog and then the actual needing of a man. When I asked her the question, when I brought up some things like, okay, so I remember back in the days, and this was when Katrina came, when we had Katrina in Louisiana and New Orleans. And I told her, I said, okay, so we had martial law down there. You couldn't really do anything. I mean, men basically we went out to get food and to do the things we needed to do to keep our family going, getting gas for the generators and just doing all of that kind of stuff. There were so many murders going on. There were robberies going on. There were people raiding stores. It was crazy. Okay, so but men are not going to send their women out. Hey, baby, look, go go to the store and go to the store and get some bread and some meat or whatever, and I'll see you when you get back home. Because guess what? You're not going to send a woman out there to do that because at this time, because of martial law, there's so many things that and police are not coming. They're not coming unless a murder done happened. You know what I'm saying? So anything else you call them for, and it's nothing major. They're not coming. Okay, so what I was trying to get her to understand is when we talk about the need for a man, in my opinion, yes, a woman does need a man. And then I started talking about um what was it? Because I was trying to make her understand that okay, in good times, as long as times are good, I mean, look, y'all think women think they can actually run the world. Um, and the thing that I said was, okay, so let's say you go to the store, you're a single woman, okay, and I know single women was doing things that they had to do when that was going on, when guys was out there killing, raping, just doing all kind of stuff to people. In good times, in good times, in civilized times, when everything is good, where you can pick up the phone and call the police, and they there right there. That wasn't the time then. So if you don't actually need a man, the point I was trying to make to her is in situations like let's say it went like that. Let's say we was living in a country where uh, you know, this happened regularly, and there are countries in this world that this goes on all the time. It just happens. Look in Gaza right now. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so and I told her, I said, well, okay, let's say you go into the store, whether you're driving or walking. Let's say you're driving. You drive to the store, you get some groceries, you on your way home. Let's say you have a gun in your purse for your protection. Okay. So a couple guys walk up. Matter of fact, I'll say one guy. One guy walk up, while you taking groceries out your car and you getting ready to go inside and because you don't have no man, you have a dog, but your dog is probably inside or your dog may be with you. Look, if that man wanted your stuff, he can take your stuff from you and take your purse and your gun. And so I'm saying that and I know it's going to be a lot of people that say, well, how can you say that? Because maybe I have my gun in a place to where I can protect myself. Okay, let's look at it this way. Let's look at a worst case scenario. All right. Let's say you get a flat, okay, on your way home. And now you stopped out here in a place where, you wouldn't usually be walking. And it's mostly men out there. Now, yes, you may have your personal weapon on you, but they may have weapons too. Okay, so in a situation, and the only point I'm trying to make to y'all is the need for a man, the need. It would not be you out there if you had a man. It would actually be the man going out there and taking care of this kind of stuff. So I'm only saying this because like I told her, if they knock you upside the head, take your stuff, there's nothing you can do. What can you do? Okay, at least with your man going out there, at least with that, you know, you're home safe. He's out there dealing with all of this kind of stuff, and you wouldn't have to deal with it. But it's not like you can send your dog to go get some groceries. What else can a dog do? Yes, a dog could possibly protect your house, but if a man wanted to get in there, they'll kill your dog and they'll come in there and do whatever they need to do. I'm just telling you, that's just what it is. I mean, even with a man there, they could come in and kill everybody and do. but at least you would have that defense and that help of a man to be there. And that's the point that I was trying to make. In my opinion, yes, I think we all should be paired up. You people, okay, even the people that are saying no, or the ladies that's saying that there's really we don't need a man, because I know it's always gonna be women that say that. But let me ask you this: if when you're sitting in that house by yourself, and let me say this here, guys, um, I was in a 3 year relationship, and before the 3 year relationship, I was in a 20 something year relationship. Now, let me say, in between those times, I was home alone. Okay. Um, and I just don't see how I just don't see how people we're made to be paired up, and but some people just feel like, you know what? I'm I'm gonna just be by myself. And I understand that for a small section of this world, or a small section, if we just talking about black people, a small section of black people will end up that way. But the fact is, if you have opportunities to pair up with someone, with another man, and and able to work together to build, I mean, I just don't see where the problem is there. I just think that everybody is being selfish out here. And I look, ladies, I know y'all not gonna like me saying this, but and it's not meant to. This is not meant to be ugly to you all. Basically, I'm saying that if you're out here playing in your young days, and you're out here doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, and you're not focusing on building, because listen, if you start early, things will be good for you as you get older. But if you're going out here running to the clubs and wearing your body out, and people that's getting on drugs early like this, and listen, weed is a drug. I don't care what nobody say. It's out here screwing children up. It's screwing up 20 something year olds. It's screwing up 30 something year olds. It's not good. Okay. So if you're spending your young days doing this and messing yourself up and messing your life up, look, you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay for it in your later days. I'm telling you guys, if you're out here drinking, smoking, shooting up, doing all this other kind of stuff, now listen, I get it. Times are hard. Times have always been hard. Now today, I don't feel like times is that hard like it was back in the 60s and 50s and stuff like that. I feel that people are pretty much trying to have the fun today and not realizing that time catches up really fast. And if you're out here beating your body up, you're gonna pay for it in older age. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna pay for it. So let me get back to the need of a man. All I'm saying to you, young women, especially young women now in your 20s, man, try to. Yeah, I don't care if you have to. I don't care if you have to read books. I don't care if you have to get therapy. Get some people that know relationships. Get somebody who know relationship. I'm not a relationship person, so I really don't know. But you get someone who can help guide you in how to be able to live with a man. Even if you have this thought of men are not good, so I don't need a man. And the woman to woman thing, I really don't have nothing to say on that right now. But I'm talking about women getting with men, and do it young. I say do it young, because by the time you guys hit 30, if you marry somebody at 23, 22, 23, 24, 25, anywhere in there, and you start building now, man, y'all gonna be strong. Y'all gonna be strong at the end of the day. So anyway, I brought that up because, like I said, my wife and I had that conversation yesterday, and it was just one of those conversations we ended up laughing about at the end, but it's really serious. It's really serious. And in my opinion, ladies, I I would do anything to see to see us as black people have more relationships and be able to produce more children. Because if y'all don't understand how the world works, and right now in this country, it's not majority rule. They say it's majority rule. It's definitely not majority rule. It's the rich rule, is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So the less kids that you have, and if people know this, the less kids that you have, the less population you're gonna have for that particular demographic. So, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know some people not gonna like it, but like I said, I do this, man, because I love doing this, and also I'm really doing this because, lately I've been talking about average men and high earners. And see, I'm not going to say high value men anymore because I think the high value men, and that's another thing I was talking to my wife, it just seems like it's degrading. So you got low value men. And yes, there are guys that get out here and don't do the things they need to do. But high value, we're gonna start saying high earners and average earners. And that's the way I'm gonna talk about the two. And there is a difference in the way these men operate versus a higher earning man than a average earning man. Yes, there is a difference, and they do operate differently. So people can say whatever they want to say and talk like, oh, they're the same, and they're not the same. These people don't operate the same way. They go walk outside of a country club and think that those people inside that country club, it's $1,000 a month to get in. Just think, most people on this planet can't afford nothing like that. So if you think that high earning men and average earning men do the same thing, you're crazy. So that's for another video, and we're gonna talk about that in the near future. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all like this video. Like, subscribe to my videos, and also share my videos if y'all find them useful. I appreciate y'all. This is Bruce, and I never really say my name, but this channel is What Are You Doing? I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Y'all be cool.